Alright, good morning, traders. Hope everyone is having a fantastic morning so far. For me, like I said yesterday, guys, still just battling a little cold. It's nothing that I'm gonna miss a day for, but still feeling a little bit under the weather this morning. So I'm gonna take it easy. But if I definitely see a setup, I'm definitely gonna go out and attack if I see a good setup this morning. But still just battling a little cold. But it's like I said, nothing worth taking a day off from. It's not like I have like a high fever or anything like that. So, anyways, let's get into the morning watch list. Let's see, CER is gonna be on watch this morning, along with NVAB, and we'll see what XNet does today. Yesterday, I kind of just chopped around. Yesterday, no clear cut, direction to the long side or downside. Alright, sorry, I just got a message here. Just gotta check out real quick. Alright, cool. Just need to look at something there. Alright, let's see. Alright, let me pull over the chart and let's dive into this. Alright, so CER this morning. Really interesting pre-market chart here. Pretty similar to NAVB from yesterday over pre-market. I did point this out a little bit earlier. Pretty interesting pre-market chart. I'm always looking out for market trends and what we've been seeing lately in the market, and we have been seeing some strange action on some of these top gappers recently. We've been seeing a lot of choppiness. Maybe some midday squeezes. Tight channel ranges, and it's just been a little bit strange the recent action on some of these gappers. Coming off that hot supernova market we had, then we kind of transitioned into this, a lot of choppiness. Some midday lunch hour squeezes, which I don't like because I'm not trading lunch hours. I know a lot of you guys aren't trading lunch hours, so I take to take note of these things, and I did notice pretty quickly that NVAB and CER had similar pre-market chart. Obviously, they're not similar in terms of the float, the market cap. Obviously, CER much lower in float here. Yahoo has it around 1.7 million, and the market cap's much smaller here than over on NAVB. So CER, let's look at some of the statistics. So float 1.7 million per Yahoo. Insiders around 13%. Institutions around 17%. So not terrible there, but a little bit on the lower side as far as your institutional insider ownership. We like to see that number around 30% or higher. So a little bit lower there than we love. Now let's look at the daily chart. So let's see, NVAB CER kind of a beat daily chart here. Just kind of been going back down to nothingness here on CER. So as far as any overhead resistance, looking at the daily here, do have a little bit of a gap to fill here. Between what is this mark here? 240 to so right around this like 365 mark. We have a little bit of a gap to fill there on CER. You can see not really any recent high volume days. All these days are below 1 million in volume. I like to look at days like over a few million in volume. So let's go back and look. Do we have any higher volume days? Let's see here. 1025. Nope. 180k. Definitely traded this one in the past. Yeah, so it has some splits here, so it's kind of skewed the data here on CER. But they go on one spike here back in the past. 2.7 million in volume, so still light. So it doesn't really have any sort of big history of running. It's never did like 20 million shares one day. It's never gone on any massive rips in the past. So you usually like to look for stocks that have ripped in the past. But CER has never really done high volume. So it looks like once again same thing with NAVB. It looks like it's on pace for its highest volume day, and it's its lifetime CER. Same thing yesterday we saw NAVB never really done any really high volume days. So a little bit of similarities between the two on that aspect. So can't really look at past data to get an idea because it hasn't gone any form of rips in the past. So CER, we'll be looking for today. Gonna go into this trade with no bias. Gonna have an open bias on this one, but probably won't attack it on the short side. I really want to see how the volume looks in this one. I want to see how the price action looks. I want to see if it's going to be similar to NAVB yesterday. If it does any sort of volume similar to NAVB yesterday, I'll definitely be looking for possible long. But if it doesn't, I'm just going to avoid it, and I'll just look for another opportunity. So really, just going to be going really off price action volume. Don't have any super strong bias on this one. On CER, one thing that's also good to know is that we've done a pretty good amount of volume in pre-market. We almost rotated the float in pre-market, doing almost 1.5 million in volume in pre-market. It's pretty good here in CER. As far as the baseline volume, nothing crazy here, for a $1 stock, but the overall volume is pretty good on CER. So we do have some pretty good overall volume. Almost rotated the float in pre-market. So I just wanted to point that out as well. So let's see. On CER, probably gonna map out this 150 line on CER. So I'll map out 150. I'll map out this little bottom here where we did bounce earlier on. This 160 area. Then I'm gonna map out $2. Right around this pre-market highs. And then we did have some trouble here. I don't have to map out that one. Let's map out $2. So mapped out the lines here. So I'll be watching the play. CER right around these lines. Maybe we can get a weak open to 150 and push. All we could see is sort of like a similar setup yesterday at NVAB, but we saw an ABCD pattern. We got that initial pop, held on the dips, pushed, pulled back, put in a higher low, put in another higher low, and then broke on out yesterday on CER. Kind of see this on NVAB. Kind of got this A B C D pattern here. Little breakout pattern there on NVAB. So we can see if we can see something kind of similar on CUR. All right, so that's kind of the game plan on CUR. Like I said, gonna go in this with an open bias. Nothing. Not going to not a setup I'm gonna attack hard on a long side, but if it does set on up on the long side, I could definitely look for it. If it just does weak open at the volume and if it does weak open, stunner right there, right there. If it does weak volume at open and it's just looking like it's gonna be a fader, I'm not gonna get involved with it. My guide on this play will be volume and price action. And then we'll go from there on CUR. Next, NVAB. NVAB will be looking for the overextended gap down setup. So I'll be looking for any pops look to get short. As long as the volume's weak on these pops, I'll look to start in and build a short position on NAVB. Maybe we could see 80s, this 80-cent mark on NAVB today. Ideally, we pop 110, 115. For some more backside on NAVB. So I'm gonna have my lines mapped out on my other monitor. So I'll be watching this one for some more fade today. Next we have XNet. XNet just chopped around all day yesterday. Did make this nice a nice move right around here around 10:30. Well, besides that, just kind of went sideways all day. Never really broke to the upside. Never really strongly broke down to the downside. So we'll see what happens this morning on XNet. You can see the volume's only 100K this morning on XNet. Yesterday we did around I think we were over 1 million in volume in the pre-market. So extremely low in the volume on pre-market on XNet. So we'll see what happens today on XNet. Yesterday we had those bid proppers holding on up. You guys remember watching the live stream and you guys saw him. It was like 100K in the bids at 440s. Then he moved down to 430s and just kind of propped it on up. And he's short. So that shorts kind of threw in the towel and squeeze on out a little bit. So we'll see what's in store today for on XNet. We'll see how it looks, see how the tape looks, and we can go from there on XNet. All right, that's gonna be it for the morning watch list. NVAB on short watch, CUR, no bias, but we'll open to longing it if it sets on up. And XNet, we just kind of got to play it by ear on XNet. All right. PCG, I know that that one is strongly influenced by outside news on PCG, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this one over on PCG. A little bit out of my niche, 2 billion in market cap, high float. I mean, just looking at it from a daily chart standpoint, this is a pretty beat chart. I'm sure the short float's higher than what we see here. So, maybe for a possible dead cat balance on PCG, we could see that this morning on PCG. Did have a nice little rally yesterday on some good volume. So, we'll see if it could do something similar today. You can see how the volume usually, you can see how much the volume has gone up in the last 2 days. See, we did 90 million this day, 60 million the other day. Before that, we were coming off doing 6, 7, 8, 9 million volume days. So definitely some nice volume over on PCG the past 2 days. Oh, okay, it's the California fires are influencing PCG. Got it. Alright, so you guys know what I'm watching, you guys know what I'm looking for, you guys know the game plan. Make sure you guys have your own game plan, typed on out and ready to go. Always want to go into the day with a plan. You don't want to go in blind. Oh, guys, I do also want to make an announcement too that this Friday there will be no live stream. So this Friday there will be no live stream here. I'll probably announce it another few more times. I know a lot more people usually like to join on the live stream, when the market opens. So I'll probably be making it again, the announcement, a few more times. So there's gonna be no live stream on Friday, and tomorrow, Thursday, there will be a live stream. So Friday. Just gonna be no live stream, so I just wanted to make that announcement. Yeah, sorry, C-Dub. Yeah, Stockblock, I guess I'm gonna have to refund you guys. I'm gonna have to refund all you guys who are paying to watch the live stream. Yeah, Chris, let's go, man. Focus. Let's go. Set up, trigger. Let's do it. Sorry, I'm not as fired up as I usually am, guys. Like I said, still battling a cold. You guys know I love trading. I usually have a lot more energy, but just still battling a little cold here, so trying to get my energy up a little bit. Well, yeah, Chris, I definitely love the energy from you, man. That's great. Yep, I'm gonna be have a nice glass of orange juice right after the stream. 100%. David, yeah, Game 7. I'm not a baseball guy, but I've definitely been keeping up to date a little bit with it. That's huge, man. Nothing better than Game 7 in sports. All right, we got 3 minutes. CUR, main watch at the bell. It's going to be our main watch at the bell here. Have NAVB also and XNet on my other level 2s. Yeah, Dreambox. Nothing gets me more fired up than, having a big runner. It's the best. Or if you get a nice gapper in the morning, that gets me excited too. Seeing a stock up, 100%, 150%. It's definitely exciting, especially a low floater. TROV. Let's see how IC is looking. IC didn't. That one was tricky yesterday. Hey, look at this IC. IC did go on a day 2 move yesterday. Strong also IC. So you could see some continuation today on IC. Could see some continuation on IC today. I'm sure a lot of shorts got stuck yesterday. Shorting this move. I was looking at it for a short also, but I saw a strong. I was looking on the technical side of things. So that could be another back burner play if you guys want to look over to IC, but a day 3 play, not something I would be not something that falls in line with my strategy. But all right, market's about to open. Let me throw up the new scanners. All right, here we go. All right, market's open. Let's see CUR. So you remap my lines here. All right, so right now I'm just watching XNet, watching NAVB, also watching CUR. Yeah, 350K bar out of the open. It's nothing great for a $1 stock. I'd like to see a little higher for a $1 stock block. If it was like a $4 or $5 stock, that would be some decent volume for 1 million floater. What's going on, Casper? It's a little bit of a push here on CUR. Gonna be waiting on this one. You guys know my style. I don't love getting into anything right out of the open. Like giving the stock a few minutes to develop. Set on up. Then I like going from there. So let's see TTPH. Looks like a little bit of a pump there. 418 on TTPH. 2 million in float. 45% held by institutions. Not bad. Now, does this one have any news on TTPH? Big spreads, light volume. Definitely be careful there on TTPH. Definitely be a chat pump target here on TTPH. I know it's the setup that a lot of chat pumps like to look for. Come on. See how annoying these level 2s are recently? Alright, we gotta make do with this. It's not working. Nice, Anthony. You made $480 on CUR. Enjoy, man. That's great. How's IC looking? I probably won't be touching IC, but it does have this. Does have possibility of going on another move today. IC had a strong close the other day on IC. After that day one move, held its gains yesterday all day, and closed pretty strong. So IC definitely has the potential to go on another another move today. So she'll be watching it, but probably won't be getting involved with it. There's XNet. XNet starting to ramp a little bit. XNet starting to ramp a little bit. That one is so tricky over there on XNet. 500k volume. Still so light in volume, but it's still holding its gains. It's just so manipulated. Not liking this range on CUR. Really range bound here on CUR. For a 1 million floater, you feel like have a little bit more range. It definitely feels like it's trading a little bit higher than its float here on CUR. And that's why I'm not the biggest fan of $1 stocks. I like playing stocks over $2. What's going on? First name, BNGO. I can pull it up for you. BNGO could definitely see a bounce here. Definitely see some sort of bounce here. If it gets over $1. You want to see it start the base over $1 though. You want to see it start the base over $1. I doubt we get back up to $2, but maybe we could get back up to some of these highs here. 120s maybe on BNGO. So we could see a small little move there on BNGO, but I wouldn't bet on it going up higher than like 120s, 130s. In my opinion on BNGO. And I'm watching XNet here. We did get a morning pop here. Just watching that play over there on XNet. Let's see. Oh, first name. So you're Happy Trader. All right, cool. Yeah, I didn't know some of you guys have different Discord names and different YouTube names, so it makes it a little confusing sometimes. PGVF. Moving on up. Yeah, it is pretty crazy, right? XNet's moving faster than CUR. It's so bizarre. Very bizarre. CUR. Just not liking the range on it. Just not loving the range on it. The volume's it's not great either, but it's still holding on up here on CUR. I'm not saying it's totally out of play for me, but just not in love with it though on CUR. Ricky, you're having audio issues. Anyone else having trouble hearing me? Anyone else having trouble hearing me? Just let me know. All right, so let's see CUR starting to push here, 180s. All right, cool. You guys are saying there's no issues on your end? Okay. May just be something on your end, Ricky. All right, CUR starting to push. Also watching XNet here. Really weak volume push here. Really weak volume push. Into 1.8, into 480s here. So I want to see how it's gonna react around this 480 mark on XNet. Alex, I'm using trade ideas. Using trade ideas. So there goes CUR. CUR right there. Some new highs. Yeah, Ricky, it does look like it's just you. So, everyone was saying that I sound fine. So anyone in CUR at the moment? Let me know. See, they put in a higher low there, and to get a little squeeze here. So squeezing some early shorts out at the moment. Is gonna have some $2 resistance. That is the pre-market highs. Excuse me. This is kind of what we saw yesterday on NAVB. We got this, initial, little bit of a, breakout pattern. Came on up, and we topped out right around pre-market highs. Yeah, Casper. I'm not feeling too great this morning. I'm a little bit under the weather. Do have a little bit of a cold. Yeah, it goes icy, guys. There goes icy. So we did call this one out on icy. Wasn't a niche setup for me, but look at that. There's two 18s. Based off $2. I did say had potential to move on up today. Had a strong close. $2 base, and there's two 18s on icy. So good job if anyone caught this play on IC this morning. And also, just a heads up for anyone who just tuned in onto the stream, there will be no live stream on Friday. So Friday there will be no live stream. Tomorrow there will be a live stream, but Friday, I will not be here on Friday. Things will resume on Monday. So I just wanted to make that announcement because I know some people like to join on a little late to the stream. So I just want everyone to know that. Chris, your target's 2-ish for CUR. Yeah, if I was in, I'd be thinking, the same thing. If I was in, 170s here, kind of risking this, this 160-ish bottom, I'll be looking for 190s, 190 target. And this thing just not trade like a low float stock. I mean, for 1.7 million in float stock, maybe the float's incorrect per Yahoo, but does not feel like that. Feels much more like a 12 million in float stock on CUR. Let's see, IC. Look at that, IC squeezing hard here. There's 220s. What was yesterday's high? Yesterday's highs was 225. So testing yesterday's highs here. Oh, C-Dub, you long from 171. All right. Be cheering you guys on. See a few guys in CUR on the long side. Yeah, we'd have to check, the filings for, an accurate float. If you check the filings, you could find more accurate flow. All right, so Sterling Trader, I know Sterling Trader's he digs into the the filings pretty well. So you're saying the float is 13 million? That sounds a lot more accurate. That's what you guys are seeing in the filings. And kind of similar so far action, CUR to NVAB yesterday. Sorry to cover up the scanners for a second here, but you guys can see kind of similar action here. If you guys look at the NVAB chart from yesterday, kind of similar. So I'm kind of wondering if this thing breaks view up here and then kind of holds on up and then pushes. That'd be pretty scary if it does the exact same thing as NVAB from yesterday. There's Icy, 230s. Icy looking like the play of the morning so far. Looking like the play of the morning so far. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. First name, I'm not in love with the price action on it. Very tight range, a little bit cheaper too. Under $2 stock. Uh, so I'm just not too in love with it either. And also feeling a little bit under the weather too, so I am taking it easy today. I'm only looking for a really good setup this morning. Only looking for a good setup this morning. See, I see continuing to hit some new highs right there. BNGO still holding on up. So I'm still watching XNet here. I want to see how it looks around this 480 mark. All right, so a little bit of a push here on CUR. Let's watch the tape. Let's see how it looks coming on up here. All right, so here we go, pushing here on CUR. Volume starting to come on in a little bit. So right here at 188, let's see if we can push. 187's, having a little trouble here at 187. Let's see. There we go. Here's 188. Let's see if we can get over. There we go. There's a new high there, right there, 190 on CUR. So definitely not a bad idea if you guys are in from like 170s. If you were risking like 10, 15 cents, not a bad idea to look for the take here 190s. As we come up to $2, we're gonna have some resistance. That's gonna be the pre-market highs on CUR. Definitely did a lot better volume on that push right there. I definitely like the volume on that push a lot better. Did almost 800K bar right there. Yeah, Sterling Chair. I was thinking the same exact thing, man. This tape is just so heavy. It's so thick on CUR. Uh, I'm just not a big fan of the price action on it. And it's not a big fan. So tight range. So such a tight range here on CUR for low float. Supposedly a low float. I mean, some people are saying 13 million. Some people are saying 1 million, 2 million. So I'm kind of going with 13 million. Kind of going with that 13 million to float here on CUR. Casper in, but it's garbage. Hey, we'll see. We'll see here. You know, it's definitely having a lot of trouble here though. 190s, definitely having a lot of trouble here in the 190s. Like I said, definitely not a bad idea to lock something in around here. You know, as you come up to 190s, especially if you guys are in like low 170s and you're only risking 10 cents. Hey, you captured your 20 cents. Not bad. I see. 236. So if anyone's new watching to the live stream today, we do have a Discord chat. Links down below in the description. So if you guys want to join our Discord chat, it's 100% free. You know, no payments at all. So definitely go check out our Discord chat if you guys are new to the stream. Also, if you guys don't mind dropping a thumbs up if you guys are enjoying the stream, you know, I greatly appreciate that. All right, let's see what else we got going on. BNGO, CUR. So not too in love with anything this morning, guys. Not too in love with anything this morning. XNet, really tricky play. You know, I'm kind of leaning more towards, you know, I am leaning, no, I wouldn't say more. I'm definitely leaning more towards the short side on this one. I probably wouldn't long this thing at XNet. You know, day 4, way lesser in the volume this morning on XNet compared to the prior days. So I'm thinking, you know, supply and demand, you know, should take into effect, but still very manipulated on XNet, and it just, you know, hasn't gave back, hasn't faded out yet. So it's a little concerning there on XNet. Otherwise, you know, I'd probably be looking for some short. I'm still thinking about it, but this one's really just very tricky on XNet. Not a beginner short at all. This thing could easily squeeze 5+ today. So just watching it. And you guys know the deal on CUR. Tight range, very thick, very heavy, level 2. Not much range. So I'm not too in love with this CUR play. But it's doing its thing, though. It's definitely doing its thing. You know, steadily grinding on up, putting in higher lows. So we'll see here on CUR. See if we get over $2. Having a lot of trouble here in the 190s. You can see each time we get over 190, having some trouble here. Thank you, Stevie. Appreciate that. Made some profits on CUR. Nice. Enjoy, man. PCG 590. You're in at 590. You guys saying PCG is starting to go. Let's check it out. Look at that. PCG is starting to go here. It's a nice move on PCG the past 2 days. Nice move here. Very nice stuff there. All right, let's see 190s again. Let's see how it reacts again. So far, the last 3 times we got over 190, we had a lot of trouble. So let's see here. The tape is just so heavy here. It's not loving it. It's not loving it here on CUR, the tape. But still, at the same time, it's still grinding. It's still grinding on up. So regardless of how the tape looks, it's still grinding on up. Still doing its thing here. Let's see if we get more parabolic here. If we break 2, let's see how it looks. So coming up here, 194s. Definitely not a bad idea to lock it up. Lock some in here around the 190s. If you guys are in from like 170s, definitely not a bad idea. Look at XNet right there. XNet looked extremely weak. It was cracking VWAP, and then a bidder just stepped on in, and now it's back at 478. So I'm probably not going to be touching XNet, guys. This play is just so tricky, so manipulated. Nope. I didn't trade anything yet today. No trades for me. Sterling Trader, you think CER is going to get slammed when it goes near 2? We'll see. Wouldn't be surprised either. You have some profit takers up here right around 2. I'm going to have some shorts starting to hammer on in here, risking off that $2 line. So I could definitely see the thesis why, we'll slam up there. Casper, you're loving your IC short. I'll be careful on that one, Casper. I'll be careful on that one. That one looks pretty strong on IC. Maybe for like a quick scalp, not bad, but that one has been really trappy the past 2 days. Closed strong, had a weak open, curled up, holding VWAP. Looks pretty strong to me over there on IC. At the same time, I can't long it too. George, good morning. Here's XNet coming up to 480. Same with CUR. CUR also coming up to the high day here at 194. George, you didn't miss anything too crazy. You didn't miss anything too crazy. CUR, just a slow, steady grinder. We're all pretty amazed how it's trading because of its float. It's a 2 million in float stock, and it's trading like a 15 million in float stock. So we're kind of like puzzled here on CUR, but still doing its thing, grinding on up here. Steady grinder. There's a new high, 196. We'll see, coming up to $2 here. Let's see how it looks. Some of you guys are saying it's gonna slam here. We'll see. C-Dub, you still holding? You still holding on to CUR, C-Dub? I know you said you were in at 171. How if you're saying you sold CUR, should it take off now? No, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you hit your target, it's perfectly fine, man. I don't blame anyone for taking you on the 190s. Especially if you met your target. The tape was looking really heavy. Price action was just very stally around this 190 area, looking like it was stalling, and just a overall heavy tape. So I don't blame you guys for taking 190s, especially if that was your target. So don't beat yourself over it. Green is good. Let's move on to your next trade now. All right, CW, flip short now, $2. There's XNet too. XNet, you're about to hit a new high there. Yeah, this one is strong, C-Dub. I agree. Strong volume push there. 800K bar, over $2. And Poseidon just mentioned a good point there in chat. The volume is steady here. Short's getting overconfident because it's a pig. The fundamentals aren't great. And there's some dilution, so explains why shorts are getting squeezed out here on CUR. And just look at the volume too. The volume is great. Even though the price action to me isn't great, some of you guys could have think otherwise. I don't like this price action on CUR. That's why I avoided it. But the volume is still there. The volume is still really good on CUR. What the price action wasn't. So a little bit of conflicting factors right there, So that's why I didn't take the CUR trade here. And you can see we did that same pattern we went over in pre-market. We did an ABCD pattern. So you get the strong push A. Here's B on the pullback. Here's C, high or low. And there's D, your push. So we went over this in pre-market. We said watch for an ABCD pattern. Watch for a weak open curl. And it's fine. You're not going to catch every single play, guys. If there's things you don't like, there's, why are you going to trade if you're not liking, if you're not liking the stock, no reason to trade. No reason to trade it. I wasn't too in love with it, so I'm perfectly fine, missing a trade here and there. House of Stocks, I totally agree with you 100%. I was definitely expecting a little bit of a different price action. And that definitely threw me off a little bit here. Let's see, Sterling Trader. So we do have some warrants at 270. So we have some overhead warrants at 270. All right. Good find there. Thank you. Jermaine, the name of the Discord is Velocity Trading. There's a link down below in the description, or the Nightbot. Just posted a link right there for the Discord chat. Once the live stream ends, we're all over there, chatting it up. And people are over in there now, talking, chatting it up. So for those of you who haven't traded maybe this week, or haven't traded today or yesterday, do not feel like you have to trade every single day. There's like this big misconception that people think, day traders, we have to trade every single day. No, we don't. You don't have to trade every single day. Being a full-time trader does not mean trading every single day. Just wait for your setups. Wait for plays to come to you. And wait for that ideal setup, and then go attack. If there's something a little bit thrown off, or it didn't go your way that you expected, there's no reason to trade it. You want to have the odds, the edge in your favor. And CUR, I felt like I wasn't too in love with the pricing action on it. I didn't like how it was very tight in the range. Threw me off the way it was moving. Expected it to be much more volatile, much more rangy. So it threw me off a little. So I didn't want to take the trade on CUR. And same thing with XNet. XNet, I just didn't like XNet. It was just very trappy the past 2 days. I expected it to flush yesterday. It didn't. Today, extremely light volume. Puzzled again on XNet, how it's still holding. I kind of know why. It's just manipulation, but just didn't like the XNet setup either. So, I avoided it as well. Chris, I don't like to, talk about too much about, fundamentals and filings. That's not my strong suit. To be honest, you could find a much better definition than me explaining it on Investopedia. So if you go on Investopedia and type in warrants, you could find a really good definition and explanation for that. Most of the things I could help you out, guys, and explain and go over, but when we talk about filings, SEC filings, I'm not an expert. I just know the basics, if even that. I'm not too great at the filings. More of a technical trader, more of a momentum trader. That's my style. That's how I trade. So let's see here. $2 starting the base on CUR. Starting the base over $2. You could see previous resistance now acting as new support over on CUR. There's IC. I told you guys. I know someone was short. Someone said they were short, and I said, be careful there on IC, guys. Be very careful on that one. There's 250s. There's 250s. Let me put IC on the bottom level 2 now. Take off this XNet level 2. Very slow. Let's see IC. Sorry about the scanner right there, guys. It was a little delayed. Yeah, Cedar, that's how, the biggest squeezes happen. Everyone's on one side and the opposite happens. So, if, same thing applies to a long. I forgot what day it was, but, everyone was long biased on a certain play. And what happened? The opposite happened. There was no borrows available, too many longs, and it went down. So it could apply to, multiple plays. So let's say, CUR more short infested and the borrows are easy. Definitely a very higher chance that it's going to, make a secondary squeeze here coming on up on CUR. We don't have super insight. We don't know how much of the volume today is shorts on CUR, but we can kind of imply by certain things, fundamental things, stuff like that. We could maybe imply a little bit. I look at the borrow situation. If it's easy to borrow, to me that's a good sign on the long side, especially if we have volume combined with that and good price action. Those are primed for me. To look for a long, especially at the technical setup as well. If you look at some of the biggest squeezes in the small cap market, most of them are easy to borrow names. Still holding the uptrend here. It's still holding this uptrend on CUR. Kind of draw a little trend line in here on CUR. It's been riding the 72.89 EMA so far pretty much all morning. Oh yeah, I did want to make another announcement. So for whoever won a recent giveaway, I believe it was Casper and I think it was Jason. I believe it was Jason. Yeah, I did get the company I do order the t-shirts through. They did send me an email a few days ago, and they did say that the t-shirts and the sweatshirts, the brand that I use, like all out of stock, or I don't know if they're not continuing with that brand. But just make a short story short, I do have to replace the orders, so sorry about that for the delay on the sweatshirt and the t-shirt. Casper and Jason, apologize about that. So I'm gonna have to reorder that this weekend. Sorry for the delay on the t-shirt and the sweatshirt. Dennis, what's going on, man? What's going on? Haven't seen you in the chat here in a little bit. Dennis, you're watching IC around 260s. What am I getting? Overnight fees here on the delay here, Casper? You guys still have the option to sell out too. You can still sell your T-shirt and you can still sell your sweatshirt. And we had a bidding war over them. Yeah, that was funny that day. We did a sweatshirt giveaway and Jason won, and some people who lost were kind of tight, and they were trying to offer Jason a price for the sweatshirt, and it was like a bidding war. It was going to like $30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and I think Jason said he would only do 100, and no one was willing to go up that high. That was funny. Yeah, Ricky, without a doubt, IC was 100% the play this morning. The hoodie bubble, yeah. We'll do another giveaway maybe next week, guys. We'll do another giveaway next week. I'm thinking we aim for like next Friday or Thursday. Yeah, the SSR edition. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, that was a funny live stream. So Jason, you are open to taking some offers, all right? So it seems like Jason may throw it up for sale once he gets the hoodie. That'll be interesting. Jason, you could definitely use this chat for an auction if you want, man. Dennis, appreciate that, man. Salute to everyone watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Your 255 viewers, this is incredible. I appreciate all the support from you guys. And guys, we are gonna postpone the guest speakers on the stream till next week because, like I said, I do have to. Not gonna be here Friday, so I was planning to have someone on Friday, but I actually am having someone on next week. Just confirm with me. I'll keep it a surprise unless you guys really want to know. But I'm gonna have a guest speaker on next week, and also Dennis, if you're ever interested in coming on, next week, that's cool. Totally up to you, man. Just let me know. You know where I am. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Yeah. And salute to all you guys. I really, love the support. I try to do my best, every day. I try to give you guys, all my knowledge here. Trading, 3 years of experience. Doing this each and every day, and I'm trying to help out some traders here, and obviously have a good time. We have experienced traders, we have beginner traders here, so we have a pretty broad crowd here. So, it's great. No, the guest speaker's name does not start with an R and end with an SS. Thank you, Dreambox. Cool. You found me on Twitter. Nice. JJ, thank you. Thoughts on IC at the moment? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, what else can I say? IC. We talked about this in the pre-market. Watch for a continuation today. Close strong. Stocks that tend to close strong have a higher chance of going on a continuation move the second day. Had a sorry guys, just need a drink real quick. Yeah, I need some. I need some. I don't know. Whatever you take for a cold. You guys are saying orange juice. Maybe I'll take some orange juice after the stream. Some vitamin C. But yeah, I was going over IC. Yeah, so IC talked about this yesterday. In pre-market. Had a strong close yesterday, and stocks that tend to close strong have a higher chance of going on a continuation move. And we did see that on IC. We got this week open, held base at $2. Starting to push. You can see here, put a higher low here, and continued to push on up here on IC. Shorts are definitely bent here, definitely stuck here. I'm sure a lot of shorts are looking at this, looking to short the prior day resistance at 225, and they got squeezed on out here. So IC, if you're looking for an entry now, a little bit chasey now, buying at 240, a little bit chasey, getting in here at 240. You wait for some sort of pullback. You're gonna have some 225 support here on IC. Where we bounced here, this 220 area. All right, so what time we got here? 10:27. I'm probably gonna give the stream guys another 10 minutes or so. You're probably gonna get some rest. I'm not really seeing anything I'm liking here, and probably just gonna relax and just chill out today. Probably won't be as active in chat today. I'll try to hop in here and there in chat, but I probably won't be as active today. Tequila helps too. Oh man. So if you guys have any questions, these next 5-10 minutes before I wrap it up, you guys could fire away. Probably not gonna be getting into anything this morning. Nothing I'm seeing, ideally. Nothing I'm seeing that's ideal to my strategy. But besides that, CUR definitely a nice move today, nice grinder. IC definitely a nice move as well. Did see some good action today. I wouldn't say today was a slow day. It was a decent day. What's your take on volume profile? Yeah, volume profile is a great tool. I use volume profile all the time. I think it's a very helpful tool. It shows you where the most volume has been traded, and that gives you a very big hint to where the most resistance is going to be. So that's where the most volume is stuck at. So that's going to be where the most resistance is going to be at. So it's really good for for you guys who like to take the day 2 short setup. So for example, let me use NAVB because NAVB is something I use volume profile for this morning to look at. I don't know why I didn't show you guys this. I should have showed you guys this before. So studies, go to all studies. Let's go to volume profile. Perfect. So now we go back and look here on yesterday. So it's going to show you where the most volume was going to be traded. So this is yesterday. You guys see, so like this 125 area, this is where the most volume was yesterday. You gotta see this 125 area. This is kind of where we're gonna have the most overhead supply. It's gonna be where the most resistance is. So, if we ever got a pop to like 110, 115, I'd probably be starting the short because I know there's a lot of longs yesterday who are gonna be stuck at that 125 area, and that's a good area where I could risk my stop loss off of. So that was my game plan on NVB. You wait for a pop to like 110, 115. Just unfortunate we didn't get it here to risk off that 125, 130 area. So that was the game plan on NVB, and that's how you could use volume profile. Let's see. So to get a few more questions here. Eli, is the fall season different from the past 3 years? I mean, we're still not done yet. I mean, we still have November. So we still got another month of fall, and then December we start to enter the winter trading. But I would say that it's a little slow. I mean, we did have that crazy week. I mean, we had SES. I mean, every single day we had like a 500-600% runner. That week was, I did say in chat, that was the craziest week I've ever seen of trading in my 3 years of career. So I mean, that week just itself was incredible. So it's definitely not have been a bad October. October, I would say, was a pretty hot month. I mean, you guys can't say October was slow. September was definitely slow. September, that first month of fall in September was very slow. But October has been a pretty hot month. I mean, we did start off the first week of October slow, and then it really heated up going into the second and third week. And then, we had this week and, last week a little bit slower, but we still had that crazy week. So just that week alone just made the entire month of October a hot month in my opinion. And then we'll see how November is. November historically has been a very hot month, in the past 3 years for small cap from my experience. So we'll see how November trading looks. Carlos, yeah, I usually, put some work and study on a slow day, but like I said, I'm not feeling too great, so I'm probably just gonna kick back and relax today, to be honest. But obviously, I'll get some studying in, at some point in the day. Not a lot though, because like I said, I'm not feeling too great. Let's see, Chris, being an engineer, I love creating indicators. I develop a second derivative on price action, most amazing. I'll provide if interested. Yeah, if you guys have any indicators or custom scripts, anything like that, yeah, that would be great if you guys don't mind sharing, throwing it over in chat. That'd be much appreciated, Chris. Or if any of you guys want to DM me, that's cool too. I've started to shorting afternoon faders and had pretty good success. For me, it's more of a stress-free trade and easy to set a mental stop and exit point. Yeah, if it's working for you, don't fix what's not broke. So, keep at it. Keep going for those late day fades, and that's great. You want to make trading as less stressful as possible. You don't want to be stressed at all in a trade. So if you find a trade that's less stressful and that's you feel comfortable in, you're doing the right thing. As long as it's you have back tested it and it's have proven success without a doubt. All right, guys. So I'm probably gonna give it another few more minutes. So any last questions, I'll take, and then I'm gonna wrap it on up. Yeah, Nightbot's not cool. There's IC. IC, an absolute monster today. An absolute monster today on IC. Definitely the play of the day, in my opinion. CUR just untradeable for me. Just so tight. very range bound here on CUR. Just not loving the price action on it. Just not my type of trade. Just not my type of trade. It's just trading way higher than its float, so I'm going to be avoiding this one on CUR. But IC definitely the play of the day. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Alright, guys, so probably another minute, and I'm going to end the stream here. So, any last thoughts, comments, concerns, you guys could ask. I hope everyone has a great rest of the day, and I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. If you don't mind dropping a thumbs up, help support the channel. Yeah, not too much going on. Not too much going on. Gamer, see you later, man. JJ, thank you. Gonna get that vitamin C. Yep, gonna get that vitamin C. Loving the energy, Chris. Loving the energy you got. Casper, that's funny. I was low key thinking the same thing. I was like, every day I get 2 dislikes. I wonder if it's those 2 people. But alright, guys, I'm gonna end it now. I'm gonna end the stream now. Thank you guys once again. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. And if you guys have any questions, you guys could ask me over in chat. Like I said, I'll be in chat a little bit today, but not super active because just getting over the cold. I'm going to take it easy today. So once again, hope you guys all enjoyed. And that's going to be it for me today. And I'll see you guys all first thing tomorrow. Peace.